on us, like some kind of fire nova doohickey, we could teleport in there and then quicken spell cast a bunch of damage maybe? Then it's only this that's useless. Okay, what would the Lich look like? Commander Emily, Lady of Death. I mean, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Leader of a small cult of undead, created by her own hands, Commander Emily became famous as the indomitable commander of the Fifth Crusade. Determined to destroy the force of the Abyss at any cost, she ventured on the path of the Lady of Death. For millennia, powerful necromancers have dreamed of a power that could rival the divine. They have created cults in their own names and attracted many followers. Thanks to legendary power, Emily has managed to achieve much greater success than others. She has acquired the talent to bestow divine spells upon her followers. From that moment, the undead created by her needed no other deities to cast spells. What the heck? Lich fits our gameplay better. Super bodyguard. Yeah. Like I can see a lot of combo potential here. Bring up undead army and then fireball them right back down. No, that's not true. We have controlled fireball now. So there's that. Skeletal champion. Deadly magic. I feel like we have much more opportunity to not waste abilities here. And we already kind of allied with Zacharias the Lich to already become a powerful Lich. No, that's what unlocked this mythic option, I think. So then we have a bunch of summons. Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be our thing, chat. Abundant casting. 4 more spells of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd ranks each. That is pretty good. The creatures you summon gain a piece of your mythic power. They get bonus to strength, deck, con, wisdom, and charisma equal to half of your mythic rank plus 1. So next mythic level they'll have plus 3. And they ignore damage reduction. That is pretty good. But also abundant casting fireball? Bloodline Ascendance? What heck is this? Elemental body. Immunity to sneak attack, crits, and fire damage. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Distracting shot, elemental barrage. What is this? Every time a spell you cast deals energy damage to a creature, which is every time, apply an elemental mark to it. If during the next 3 rounds you deal energy damage to the marked target with a different type of energy, we do 1d6 additional divine damage per rank of mythic. But we're not bad at good at, you know, mixing the different elementals. This would make our mage armor last forever. And we're ready. We don't make attacks of opportunity. Favorite meta magic. You can now use your mythic powers to fuel your meta magic abilities. The spell level cost for use decreased by 1. So you're telling me we can have cheaper maximized spell? That's not bad. Activating this ability grants you magic immunity and dispels any spells effect on you. Okay. These are kinda dope. Kinda dope. I'm not even... Okay, so when is our next mythic ability? It's like way down here. So I'm thinking if we take abundant casting now, and then we'll figure out kind of how the summoning and the stuff works, and then we can take ascendant summons. Or can we get greater spell pen mythic? Hold up. Can we not get that? Greater abundant casting. Oh, that adds 4 more spell to the other classes, other levels. Okay. I thought this was... No, okay, this is... We already have greater spell pen. Okay, so we get the benefit of that already. There is no greater mythic spell pen. Yeah, I think abundant casting is not gonna go wrong. Oh, mythic spellbook? Wait, what? 3rd rank, Lich receives the ability to cast mythic spells. They can either choose to take as part of the existing full arcane spellbook, or as a standalone spellbook. Standalone spellbook have an independent progression of spell slots. The number of its spell slots can't be increased with the abundant casting mythic feat. In the case of merging spellbooks, the maximum caster level of the spells within it is 30, and you can use spell slots from the original spellbook to cast mythic spells. Additional caster levels made spells more powerful. Original spellbook slots can be increased by abundant casting. For spontaneous spellcaster, you will get new known spells from the original class. And from mythic independent, progression from original class will not change, but on mythic rank ups you will get additional known spells. If you're multi-classing, it's recommended to use standalone spellbook. We are not multi-classing. Which is which? I guess this is the combined. Let me read that again. Okay, let's go with combine. Our skeletal champion Okay, so we get an assassin, specialized in fast attacks with 2 weapons, okay. Its weapon proficiency, being undead, it is also subject to bonuses undead. Get under the command of the mythic lich. But this guy doesn't allow us to do the sorcerer wants a merged version, which is better. Hey, Jack Strats, how are you doing this evening? Welcome in, and thank you. Skeletal marksman. Tell me, does the skeletal champion have the ability to do like skill checks for us? Like if we get a skeletal assassin, does it have like athletics checks that it can do for us? Or do we still need like alive people to do that for us? So this skeletal vanguard is basically a tank, I think. You think it works like an animal companion? I've never actually used the animal companion in Pathfinder, so I don't actually know. You'd go for the tank. I'm debating the tank. That would potentially put Sela out of a job, but I would also not be upset at that. I'm just wondering, because there's no taunt mechanic, if it's better to just go for straight up damage. Sela has to bounce. Yeah. Put a 2-hand killer in. Don't get me wrong, when Sela manages to get the tanking-ish done, she's quite good. But also, sometimes when enemies just ignore that and one-shot our dudes, it's kind of rough. If we take the Skeletal Executioner, this is like a 2-hand warrior type class. And that would mean we could give them some of the 2-handed weapons we're not currently using. So, like, then that way we wouldn't have to split the gear, right? If we take another tank, and let's be real, I don't know fully how this is gonna work yet. I'm assuming we're gonna have to give them gear. And at that point we have 2 characters competing for gear, because I still don't think we're gonna drop Sela yet. At least not until we can get an actual, you know, tank. Again, because if we need to continually summon this guy, I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah, I think let's go to 2-handed executioner here. We don't have the gear conflict. Yeah, I think I talked myself into it. Lich powers. Holy moly! Deadly magic, okay. For up to 3 rounds per day, the Lich can make all spells they cast ignore spell resistance and spell immunity. Any creature affected by such spells can cast spells for 1d3 plus 1 rounds. That's insane! We can ignore spell resist? We can just say, no, you burn in a fiery ball of fire. And you're gonna like it. I mean, that... Some of these mythics are wild. Dude, no kidding. The Lich can change any elemental damage into negative energy. No matter what is the source of this elemental damage. Can also activate consuming elements for 1 round per 2 mythic ranks, turning all incoming damage into negative energy. So we have spec'd hard into boosting fire. So this kind of undoes that spec. So that's not good for us. Whenever Lich charges, which we don't do, or uses any combat maneuver, which we don't do, unsuccessful hit or maneuver, the enemy suffers points of damage. Okay, nah. Natural attacks, we don't really make those. Wait, for 3 rounds per day, the Lich can imbue all spells they cast with the powers of the Eclipse Chill. Creatures affected by such spells must pass a Fortitude saving throw 10 plus half the character level, which would be 4 for us plus mythic rank, so 7 plus highest ability modifier. So that's like 22 or something, or become blinded and suffer. Well, the DC is not high enough for this to be really good right now. I'll be the coolest mofo out there. Well played, well played. +4 profane bonus to attack against frightened creatures. Well, getting them frightened is not gonna work that well because, like I said, they have insane saving throws in this game. 10 damage resist though. Okay. Lich gains spell resist 25 plus mythic rank. Whenever an enemy fails checks to overcome the spell resist, the next spell the Lich would cast or next kinetic blast becomes quickened. Wait. Wait, what? Hold up. You're telling me I get insane spell resist? Like, just 25 straight up spell resist is insane. And if they fail to overcome the spell resist, the next spell we cast is quickened? So, target us with spells, and we're just gonna quicken launch fireballs back at you. That seems pretty good. Well, I mean, we don't get spells cast on us that often though. Tainted sneak attack. An int modifier. If that was charisma, this might be a thing. Oh, sneak attack is increased by 1d6. I skipped negative energy mastery. I did? Whenever Lich activates this ability, all of their kinetic blast and alchemist bomb deal negative energy damage. Okay, well, we don't have kinetic blast and alchemist, so that doesn't affect us. So I feel like that the saving throw is not super difficult for the enemy to make, especially with the save bonuses we've seen them have. So they likely won't get the -2 penalty. But adding 1d6, to our sneak would be pretty good. Is Weapon of Death good for my build? Weapons of Death. We haven't gotten that far yet. I don't know. Also, welcome in, Dr. Bill. How's your evening, or day, or morning, time zone? Undead Mount gains their animal companion, grants their animal companion all undead traits. Well, we don't have an undead companion, so that seems like a poor choice. Weapon of Death. Lich can enchant items they wear while with Bane living and nullifying special abilities. If a creature is killed with the Weapon of Death, all creatures in the 15-foot radius suffer a penalty on caster level checks made to open spell resistance. Okay, that is great, except that we're a caster and we don't really use our weapon. When a living creature takes damage from a spell cast by a lich, the creature also takes 1 point of damage to strength, dexterity, and con. Or 1 point of ability to intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. We can choose which one will be affected. Hold on. Wait, what? So we start blasting spells, they start losing ability points. Just damage, even 1 damage, I know, and I'm wondering, like, does magic missile with 6 missiles make them drop 6 points? Because that's pretty big. I mean, okay, assuming, like, this is really only useful on bosses, right? It has to be a fight that's long enough and a target that stays alive long enough for this to become meaningful. And are bosses gonna be immune to negative ability points? That's the thing, right? Aren't they often immune to just about everything? Okay, these are all very interesting, but I feel like deadly magic just like... Or when the super cultist earlier who died would have died in 3 rounds. That's a good point. That's a good point. When you get fireballs on multiple enemies, it's a lot of overall ability damage. Yeah, but I mean, if they die in 2 rounds, then the ability point damage didn't actually, you know, really help us out that much. There's a lot of good stuff here. Have we struggled with spell pen or spell resist as of late? We have done pretty well boosting our spell resists. We have had a few. Okay, hold up. So, suppose we're fighting an enemy that has all the spell resist. We can still cast magic missile. That's not affected by spell resist. And then we can start stacking negative bonuses on their mental stats to drop their spell resist. I think we go Withering Life. Okay, we're picking level 1 spells now. Cause Fear. I don't know. Ray of Enfeeblement. Should we start speccing into the necromancy then? Favor AoE and the ability drain thing. That's a good call. So Flare Burst. Well, that doesn't do damage, right? It has to do damage, I think. Yeah, crit takes damage. I mean, these are level 2, level 1 spells, so we're not really gonna use them that often anyway. I mean, shield could work well with mage armor to get us some AC if that becomes a thing that we need to do. Reduce person allows us to buff dexterity buff somebody. Okay, on to level 2 spells. Command Undead. Blur. That could be useful. This is 20% blur. This is... hold up, what is... Reduce person, this is... enchantment? Wait, no. This is a +2 size modifier. Cat's Grace is +4 enhancement bonus. So we could give Wendog +6 dex on her bow. If we wanted to. And then give her the fortitude thing. Not fortitude, fortune. That she rolls with advantage on every attack. Doesn't that sound insane?